何も怖くなんてないんだ This is a place to try そして僕らきっと辛いだってを決して離さないで明日へかける Let's sing loudly We are the one for the future
Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Naruto chapter 700 plus 3. Alright, and this chapter starts off with Naruto leaving the village and Sarada attempting to follow him with Chocho. However, Chocho has absolutely no idea what's going on right now. She thinks that they're going to go find her real parents, when in reality they're going to find Sarada's. And she also has no idea that Sarada is planning on following Naruto in order to accomplish that goal. Alright, so Naruto ends up leaving without them, and they're just there, you know, getting slowed down by Chocho, who has no idea what's going on. Alright, and sees no reason to follow Naruto and at that speed. Alright, now, as a side note, Sarada actually says Sharado, like Sakura used to back in the beginning of the series, which is actually kind of funny. So even if she's not Sakura's biological daughter, you can tell she was at least raised by her. Then again, it's not like you need to be raised by someone to get their verbal traits, which is why Naruto has the same trait as Kushina. Alright, but anyway, before Sarada and Chocho actually managed to leave, Bolt ends up showing up with, of all people, Mitsuki. Alright, who was the guy from the last chapter who was psychoanalyzing Chocho and Sarada. Alright, and the reason why the two of them, well, the reason why Bolt at least is there is to give Naruto his lunch, which this seems like this is really this lunch thing is completely unnecessary, but it's essentially a plot device in order to develop Sarada and Bolt more. I mean, it's mostly Sarada though, because we already know Bolt doesn't like Naruto. I mean, we already know this. You know, this is just further developing that, right? But the whole thing with this lunch is that Hinata made lunch for Naruto, and Naruto asked Bolt to come and give it to him. However, Naruto left before Bolt could get there, so now Bolt's mad, and he thinks that Naruto doesn't deserve the lunch. But Sarada thinks, you know, no, just give it to me. I'm going to follow him anyway, so when I catch up to him, I'll give it to him. You know, you don't know what it's like to have someone make something just for you and then not be able to get, like, you know, like she's just going back and forth with Bolt on whether or not Naruto should get this lunch. And while this is going on, Mitsuki is back to trying to help Chocho, saying that she needs professional help. Alright, because Chocho's trying to like eat Naruto's lunch and say, oh well, you know, if neither of you want it, if we can't agree on whether Naruto should have it, I could have it, or you know, I could just try some, make sure it hasn't spoiled or anything, you know. So Chocho is hilarious. Like, so she's one of the best of this new generation of characters. Alright, but that's what's going on with them. And eventually Shikamaru just says, you know, well, just give the lunch to Sarada, just let her take it, alright, whatever. Alright, so that's what they do. And then she ends up leaving with Chocho. Alright, and as they're leaving, we see this little creature that has a Sharingan. Alright, not a Sharingan, not a Rinnegan, but a Sharingan, the same type of eye that the Ten Tails has. And it actually looks like a mini Ten Tails, because you remember back when the Ten Tails started creating those clones of itself, back when, like, right after Sakura activated the Byakugo seal and Team 7 went out to go fight, you know, like right after that, the Ten Tails created clones of itself, and you know, it looks like a mini version of one of those clones, especially because of that eye. All right, and we learn that Shin Uchiha, who was the guy that attacked Sasuke last chapter, and that Akatsuki guy who he serves or looks up to or whatever, takes orders from, they're both looking through this creature. Like, you know how Gaara has that technique where he'll like take his eye out and just like send it to some other place, and he can see through the eye. Like that's what these two are doing right now. Actually, the Rinnegan is the same way. Where with the 6 paths of pain, you can see one pain can see what the other pain sees through their eyes, You know, it's like that. That's what they're doing with this little Ten Tails thing. All right. And this Akatsu guy I want to mention, he has a Sharingan as well, but his eyes, like the white part of his eyes, aren't actually white. They're dark, which leads me to believe that he may actually be an Edo Tensei. Alright, just throwing that out there. May be an Edo Tensei. Alright, but anyway, Shin and this guy are watching Sarada and Chocho leave, and Shin gets ordered to go and capture Sarada. So he goes and he attacks them with this chain weapon. Alright, and it looked like he was about to get the Chocho. Alright, but that's when Naruto shows up. Alright, and I've stated this plenty of times. Alright, Naruto, much faster than Sarada and Chocho and Bolt and Mitsuki and all them. Alright, they were not going to catch up. Alright, and we see that Naruto is so far ahead that he's like, it would be faster for me to just go to them instead of sitting here waiting for them to catch up. Right, so that's what he does. Because another thing that I've said constantly is that Naruto can sense if someone's following him. And that's exactly what happened. He could sense that they were following him. He didn't even need Sage Mode. Because before he even left, before he even activated Sage Mode, he already knew that they were hiding next to the gate. So he didn't even need Sage Mode to figure that out. Alright? So, of course, you know, I was right. Naruto was much faster than them, and he could sense them. Alright? But it's because of this that he decides to go back to where they are, and it's because of that that he is able to protect Chocho from Shin's attack right in the nick of time. Alright? And he sees Shin, he sees the Sharingan, and that's when he realizes that that is the guy that Sasuke was talking about. Alright, so interesting end to the chapter. The middle of it was kind of weird with this whole lunch thing, but the ending was really good, and I'm looking forward to this collision between Shin and Naruto. Though I doubt Shin is actually going to fight. He's probably going to retreat. But I'm curious to see what kind of information he gives Naruto before that, before he leaves. So yeah, I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10. I thought it was cool, and that's mostly because of the Shin, Sarada, Chocho, Naruto stuff, and a little bit because of the Sarada Bolt encounter. I guess you could say that kind of gave them development. So yeah, that's that, you guys. I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10, and that's that. Rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA, and I'll see you guys next time.